Live stream, start event. You're gonna ping the watchers?
Yeah, I can. Where damn boys at, Holly says.
Alright. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is on or not. Alright, hello everyone. Discord, can you hear us? Yeah, I see us lighting up in there.
All right.
Perfect.
YouTube as well. Can we get a confirmation, please?
We're using our other old camera, better camera than our MacBooks. We got to remember to look up at the camera, not down at our Macs. All right.
I think Holly said we're good on YouTube for audio.
All right. Cool. Well, hey everybody. Welcome to the Apollo Automation live stream. This is a monthly live stream that we do. I'm Trevor.
And I'm Justin.
So, quick for anybody new here, Apollo Automation is a small hardware company located in Versailles, Kentucky now. We make products for home automation, so anything from air quality to motion sensors, temperature sensors for your fridge, your freezer, your pool. And then we've got quite a few to show off today as well.
Yep.
We primarily work with Home Assistant and Homey. We'll be talking about some new platforms that we're working on tonight. And what else do we want to get into? Anything else for the intro?
Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah. So I'll call it some of the people that are in here. Lyric NZ, how's it going? Pseudo Random, KBX, Keith. Hey, Keith.
Awesome. If you guys don't know, KBX, Keith is one of the main ESP Home developers.
Yeah.
So show him a lot of love. Tell him thank you.
Yeah. Ben's in here. All right.
Oh, Ben, nice. Okay. Looks like we got a few over on YouTube.
Yeah, it's harder to see the people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Holly out there.
Yeah, Holly's there.
We give a shout out to Holly.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure it's clear while she's still on.
Yes.
So as our team at Apollo grows, we've got our own office space now, and Justin's sister Holly now has been shipping out all of your guys' packages for a long time, even back in the basement, but does every one of the packages I think now. So thanks for Holly.
Yep, I just posted a link of our team if you guys want to check it out. I'll do it in YouTube and Discord.
All right, Kyle's in here too.
Oh, nice. Good to see Kyle. I guess you want to give Kyle a shout out too.
Kyle is runs kind of some of the day-to-day operations at Apollo for us here. Longtime friend, helps out with procurement, which is a big hassle, running our printers, getting build kits ready for our friends, things like that.
Yep. So thanks, Kyle. The first thing on the agenda that we have is a 4th of July giveaway.
I know nothing about it, so go ahead.
What do you mean? Oh, so Brandon, another shout out to our support guy. I'm sure you guys have interacted with him. He's in Discord 24/7. He did a fun little game for Easter, and you hunted for eggs, and then you entered a giveaway. Yeah, he posted there. But he did the same thing, a similar thing for 4th of July, where you would click on the Apollo logo, it would show some fireworks, and then you could enter a giveaway for a free M1, which is our new LED matrix. And we actually have a winner, so we're still waiting to hear back from them. But at Merlin, congrats, you won the giveaway. So just message myself or Brandon, and we'll get you the M1 shipped out whenever they go live. But it's just a fun little thing to do for the holidays, a little bit of an interaction. I think he made it a little bit simpler this time, and you could actually skip the game if you wanted to just go straight to the giveaway, which was nice.
Yeah, they're fun.
And then, workshop updates.
You want to take it or you want me to?
You can take it, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so workshop updates, we've been switching to resin printing. So if anybody has received R Pro, it's been printed in resin now. Quality's fantastic. It looks kind of like injection molding, but we still get all the flexibility of normal 3D printing. We're really excited. We've been, Kyle's put a whole bunch of work into dialing in the system to get repeated, reliable prints off of it. Like very high yield, higher yield than we were getting out of FDM, which is I was not expecting. So really, really excited about that, and should be moving into the other sensors as well. So MSR, MTR, the Air 1, hopefully bringing those over to resin print as well. And then we'll probably, for the older sensors, offer cases on our site, I would imagine, if anybody wants one. They'll be the same design, most likely, maybe a little bit of tweak, but yeah.
All I did want to point out though that if there is an order that has an incorrect picking sheet or an incorrect item, that it was me who packed it. So.
Oh, because we said she packs them all.
Yeah. So nice of her to put that in there. So yeah, that's the workshop updates. Just general organization, kind of getting the flow. Just trying to figure out what we need and what we don't need. Because going in, you think, oh, we're going to need this and that, and so it's been nice to kind of figure out what we actually need.
Yeah. Resin took a really long time. I mean, we worked on that for 6 months at least.
It's been a while.
In testing with different resins, different machines, different settings, trying to get something that was strong enough for snap fit cases and flexible enough, but also durable enough to handle the sun. That took a long time. We had
that's
30 different white resins that we were, bleaching in our UV chamber. So, definitely a lot of time on that, and very excited. We landed on a great product, and they've been looking fantastic.
Yes. We'll take a picture of the windowsill where we've had them sitting there for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is
the
crazy.
Professional grade one.
Oh, yeah, it is crazy.
It looks like a computer from the 90s.
Oh, yeah. So next thing up on the agenda is Homey. So if you guys have been following it all, we've been working with the Homey team, and we're in the final stages of the test app. We have, I think, maybe one more PR that we have to actually probably maybe do tonight before we leave. And then we should be sending that over to the Homey team to test one last time. And so that's very exciting. It's a whole different ecosystem. You don't have to do anything different to the sensor. So if you already have existing Apollo sensors, they'll work with the Homey ecosystem, which is fantastic. So stay tuned for that. But we should be going live with that here within the next couple weeks or so, which is really exciting. And then kind of more on that, we've been talking to Hubitat, and they're another smart home ecosystem, and they have a community member. I think it's I can't pronounce it correctly, but it is K Kosovev or K Kosev. They're one of the Hubitat guys over there who works with it, who I guess builds integrations and stuff for them. But we now have our first sensor, thanks to him, the Temp 1 that's actually working in Hubitat now. And they mentioned that now that they have one sensor in, it'll be much quicker to start adding the rest to Hubitat. So that's really exciting to just offer the sensors to multiple ecosystems. That way everybody can use them. And so I think that's it on Hubitat. And then, did you want to talk about the Broadband Summit, or?
Yeah, we can go through them quick.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went down to Houston for a conference down there. It was more so filtered around maybe or specific to builders and fiber infrastructure like that. But still got to meet some cool people down there and show off our products. Talk to the Ruckus, like from Ruckus access points and networking gear. Those guys were really cool. Who else? What else we had? But I guess I should add, we started off by saying we were for home automation, but we have branched out. We do industrial, commercial automation as well. So we are in a number of industrial facilities monitoring anything from environments for raw material storage to sound levels to air quality levels. We'll soon be doing tank levels and hopefully getting into a couple schools here soon.
Yeah.
So if you have anybody you know that's looking for automation in the industrial commercial space, let us know.
Yeah, so of course, more on the events. We'll be at LANWAR at the end of July. So it's a big 4-day gaming event, gaming LAN, and it's in Louisville, Kentucky. So if you're in the area, get signed up, come over and check us out. We'll be there exhibiting. We'll also be gaming. And we've been going for over a decade now, which is wild. But great event. I think they've got some really big sponsors coming, and some pretty big YouTubers are going to be kind of sponsoring the event and being there. So Brandon actually flies up from Texas and comes out to it as well. It's a ton of fun. Then also in September, we're planning to go to IFA or IFA in Berlin. Keep looking down there. Sticking lights on. But we're going to IFA in Berlin. So it's kind of like the CES of Europe. And we'll be, we'll actually have a booth there, which is kind of crazy and exciting. But the home assistant people should be there. Homey, a bunch of the smart home community will be there. And we should actually have a booth in the smart home space there, which is really exciting to kind of be amongst all the other bigger names. So if you're in the EU or especially in Germany or Berlin, come on out. We'll be there. I think it's September 5th through the 9th. So that should be a blast. I'm really looking forward to that. And then of course, all the Homey people and home assistant people from the Netherlands, we may go up and visit them. So that'll be cool to go see their shops. And Jerry works for, is it Colissi?
Yeah.
The blinds.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've talked to them about maybe going and seeing their
I think
their spot as well.
It's Eve Motion Blinds is also like how their product comes up. And I think they're the Works with Home Assistant as well.
They're in the program with us, which is awesome. I think we were Miranda's first in the program, and then they were the second. So that was really cool. Yeah.
So River was saying in Discord, oil level sensors would be neat for home use. So the way we were going to do it at this industrial site is it's using like an ultrasonic distance sensor mounted at the top of the tank. And so it pings down and bounces off the liquid levels to tell you what percentage is your tank at. And so not sure, River, I don't have any oil heating to know if that would work or if you need to go in from like the side of the tank. But let us know if that's a use case. I don't know why we haven't launched the sensor that we use in the industrial space yet, because we keep tweaking it to be more versatile.
Yeah.
But one day we eventually will. It's what Temp Pro. We've switched it to be called Omni now because it has more expansion ports than anything to handle all types of applications.
Yeah, but I know the oil level sensor. Some people burn oil in their homes or to have burn oil in like shops and stuff. I think Kyle actually had one.
Lyric NZ was saying measuring depth of water tanks and gray water sump.
Mm-hmm.
If you ping us in the what do we have? Do we have a Temp Pro channel? Yeah, there's a Temp Pro channel. We should probably change it to Omni. But if you ping us over there, I would love to show you how we're using it to know if it's applicable for you. All right, what else we got?
He's mentioned a couple things. He's just saying right now he guesses, I guess, if the sump is blocked based on whether the sump pump has consumed power recently. So it's a good way to look at it too.
We can definitely figure that out. I'd love to know of home application uses for it. Okay, so 4 people have messaged that they want
has oil tanks apparently, which is great. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah,
that they want liquid level sensor.
All right, no affordable methods.
Sounds.
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah, because we've got a waterproof exterior housing for it. and powered over PoE or battery, and then can use Ethernet or Wi-Fi to communicate back. So yeah, definitely might be a use case for this.
And then over on YouTube, Brian Goodman is saying a device to read Hall effect would be great.
Yeah, I think they use it for like utility meters to read that, so you can like detect it spinning, I think. Yeah, nothing. I mean, that's what like the door sensor that we did that one off of.
Like a read.
Yeah, just a read
sensor.
Yeah. Hey, it might be a good time to plug the product interest survey. That we're hugely community driven from our development. All of our sensors, besides the very first one, have been driven by our product survey. And that's a great place to give your input and to tell us, hey, this is the type of sensor I'm looking for. You can upvote existing ones that we have on there. And that would be, we always go to look there whenever we start to work on something else.
Brian just mentioned, like you said, utility meters or propane gas tank gauge. So
yeah. All right. We definitely...
lots of oil out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We on to products?
Yeah, we're on the products. Yeah.
So
good stuff.
The product we just launched is the R Pro 1. We actually don't have one up here, but
is it on the list? I think we're just
the
talking
first
about like we launched it and it went pretty well, and getting more feedback.
So R Pro, it's now available. I think we have a few left that we're still can ship before we've got to wait about a month for some more parts to come in that got back ordered. R Pro, it's a PoE, so power over Ethernet or USB power, and then it can get the internet through Ethernet or over Wi-Fi. It's got 2 different radar units in it that are really sweet combination to give you the best of both. And so that's multi-target tracking as well as really good still detection. It's got a desk mount that it comes with where it just sits on your desk or shelf or anything. There is a ceiling mount, which is really nice flush mount in ceiling option. And it also has a in-wall gang box mount for electrical boxes. So really, really excited about that.
Very versatile. The community wanted PoE, and I feel like this pretty much covers it, which is awesome.
Oh, hey Travis. So Travis at DigiBlur. He's a great
Travis.
YouTuber, very honest, real YouTuber. And so Travis, the R Pro does have humidity, but it's not the greatest because it's inside of the housing with all the PoE, which gets really hot with the radar. So it's the CO2 module add-on does have temperature and humidity, but they're not going to be the greatest. It's much better to look at like something more dedicated for it.
Yeah, DigiBlur has Travis, he did a really cool video recently of him hatching chickens, and he's going to come out with another video, and he'll be using like the Temp Pro one or the Omni with the temperature and humidity probe, the SHC30 probe. So I'm posting links to his page, so be sure you guys go check it out and subscribe, like and subscribe for sure.
Before we move to the next one, Aaron was asking, so he's talking about the Omni and the tank level sensors. Would it screw into one of the pipe holes? So the way it works right now, and this is just how we have it set up, is it screws into the lid of the tank, so the very top, and so it can shoot down and measure the liquid levels. And so essentially you can say, okay, the distance between the lid and the liquid is 3 feet. So then I know my tank level is at 30% full. And so that's how it works currently. It's different than like measuring. You can also measure tank levels with pressure. And that may be what you're talking about, where you attach a pressure sensor onto the bottom into like a pipe. And so it measures that pressure, which is the amount of liquid above it pressing on it. It doesn't do that, but the Omni is the Omni because of how many expansion ports it has, that it can literally plug almost anything in.
See, River mentioned, a submersible sensor reading the voltage.
There was something else with it, I thought. But yeah, what's the next one we got?
The products, it could be any of them. It could be button 1, it could be pump 1, LED 1.
Let's cover button because I'm dying to talk about it.
Yeah, no, let's do button.
So we sent you guys a render, I think it was just the last live stream, last month. We sent a render of button 1, which is a little macro pad that we had a quick idea for, because I really, here at the office, as we're getting more people here, we run Home Assistant, we want to automate some more things, but one, either users aren't familiar with Home Assistant, or two, nobody wants to have, they don't all want the app or have to go log in to access it. So we really wanted just some simple buttons to press to be able to trigger automations in our shop. And so that led me to, come up with an idea for our macro pad. It is now not just a render, and actually somebody on Reddit just posted and said, or commented on it, was like, is this a real product yet?
Yeah.
We should send them a picture.
Yeah.
So I do, it's gonna blow out a little bit because I have the LEDs on. Let me switch them off.
Okay, yep. Showing her off.
There we go. So this is button 1. So it would look at you like this with 4 different keypads or keycaps on it.
Yeah.
We got just like low profile ones right now, but it would fit any style. They are hot swappable, the actual keycap. So if you wanted clickier switches, you can pull them out. These are just browns. It's running off a battery right now. The battery would be inside of the case normally. It just doesn't fit this case. I need to make the case a little bit bigger for it. So, so it's designed to sit on your desk where you can click on it, mount it to a wall. If you wanted to say, like, I want this on my, the door going out of the house, so that I can click a single button as I walk out to turn off all the lights, and do what I want with it, lock the doors, whatever. It is instant while it's either powered over USB-C or while it's awake. When it goes to sleep, you can use the buttons to wake it up for it. And then there's a really deep sleep mode where if you essentially have to press and hold the button for a little bit longer, but it's got a much better battery life. And I just want to screen. We're gonna try screen sharing tonight for the first time. So I want to show you the responsiveness of this is
Episode
incredible.
16, and why haven't we done
Huge,
this before? I don't know.
huge shout out to Keith and Jesse and the Home Assistant team. Like, I thought it was gonna be fast, but I was shocked at how responsive this is.
People always are like, Wi-Fi doesn't work. Look at this. Like, Wi-Fi works so good.
Keith, this is gonna be. I don't know if you've ever done tests like this. This is crazy. All right.
Live demos.
Look at this.
They do live demos on the stream all the time.
I'm gonna turn my lights back on just so that you can see that this is real. So, okay.
Oh, there it goes.
The yellow light is back on. Okay, so here are 4 buttons that we get to look at here. And so as I press 1, number 1 comes on. But the responsiveness of that over Wi-Fi,
you can game with this thing.
I mean, it is incredible. Like, so fast, Keith. Nice job.
Yeah,
really, yeah. I mean, their whole team. They're all.
Team, yeah.
It's incredible how fast they are. So there's 4 buttons that control it. There's also, like I said, 4 lights on it that you can turn on. They have effects, so we can do like a slow blink on the green or a fast blink. There's probably many more effects we could eventually add. Those are just the 2 that we always add to our sensors. They're RGB, they're individually addressable. Really excited about this. We got the battery life working really well today with a little modification to the board where it can run on a battery this size for 277 days if you use it 3 times a day. So that was kind of my idea, is if it was by the door, if I leave 3 times, I press it, that's roughly the battery life. If you plug it in over USB, obviously you don't have to worry about battery life, which is how probably quite a few of in our office will be. But these should be going to beta testers like in the next couple of days. I just printed off cases today. This case right now is FDM printed. It will be resin printed. And then the keycaps are right now just white. Let me switch back to our main camera. The keycaps are just white, 3D printed currently. But they will, we'll probably order white, like PBT keycaps, similar to this one. And then we also got a cool printer on the way to be able to print on these keycaps with some different like icons. So if we wanted like a movie icon or a light icon or like a timer icon, whatever we would want for them, Plex icon. We can print them onto the keycaps and have a few different sets. We should really need to start a poll on what are the icons that we need to be working on.
We can start a poll in chat right now.
Yeah, well, we should...
Look who showed up.
Oh, Jesse. Were you here for the speed?
I don't think he was. Just joined. I don't know if you saw the speed, though. Maybe Keith gave him a nudge and say, hey, like, you actually...
I know. We were just giving you guys huge credit because look at...
He didn't see it.
For anybody that doesn't know, Jesse is one of the lead devs on, or the lead dev on ESP Home. So I do want to show this off to him. So, all right. So it's the button 1, and like the responsiveness over Wi-Fi and battery is like incredible back.
Yep.
It is wild. Such great input. I was very surprised at how fast it was. So, congrats.
You can trim the lights, but it's okay. But yeah.
Oh, he knows what the lights look like.
All
right. It's getting hot in this room. Both like glistening.
It's all right.
So let me see what we got here. There's a few questions.
Yeah, Travis shared a pretty cool little light switch he said he was working on. It has like a little LED behind each button.
Cool. So, Nuts and B asked if it was rainproof to work outside. Not yet. I don't know. I guess you could always like spray it with some conformal coating as long as it was like covered, and you could use the buttons that way. We could definitely look into it. We have a few of our sensors outside with some conformal coating, and as long as they're covered and they're not like being sprayed with rain, it would be very interesting.
Yeah, like if it was under an awning or like under your front door, like it should be fine, especially if it got sprayed with the conformal coating.
Yeah. Lyric and Z said, nice, physical buttons are good, wife acceptance factor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. For people who don't have the app or don't want to go to a tablet or whatever, being able to hit a button that has a picture of a light on it and run off the automation is really, really neat. So Keith said, yeah, lots of speed, memory improvements in ESP Home release. Oh, even faster.
I know,
right?
even faster. Right, I saw that.
Travis at DigiBlur sent a really cool WLED. Like a wall outlet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
cool.
Yep. It's like a switch with different buttons on it.
Dude, why don't we can mount ours?
You can mount it.
Why not put ours in there?
I know.
All right, that's a cool idea for a mount. Ben, yeah, so many use cases. Yeah, really excited about these.
We did get a question from Christian. Looks like Holly kind of answered it in YouTube. He's just asking if we could support custom printing for an increased price.
What was it? Faster shipping?
Support custom printing for an increased price on the keycaps and stuff.
Yeah, so Christian asked that in YouTube. Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know like what the cost would be for somebody to spend some time to like, right, you got to take the icon, you got to put it into the print software, you got to put it on the keycap and print it. So yeah, we could think on that, or if there's examples of other people who do this and their pricing, let us know. It would be fun though.
It would definitely be nice. I guess it'd be up to Holly and whoever's running kind of like that printer and stuff.
There are keycaps that we have where it's like a 2-piece keycap. So it's got the base keycap, and you actually would put a piece of paper that you can print off on your printer at home and put it under there, and then there's like a protective cover that goes over it. That could be a good option as well, to use those so that you guys aren't reliant on us.
Customize it.
So River asks, how do you deal with double presses? So both will register at the same time. You can press all four. All 4 buttons trigger in Home Assistant. So you could say, hey, there's an automation for if I press button 1. There's an automation if both button 1 and button 2 are pressed. There's an automation if all 3 buttons or all 4 buttons are pressed. So yeah, definitely something like that.
I think they're mentioning like a single tap versus a double tap. Like you could set that up as well, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have it in the firmware, but ESP Home has a really cool double-click feature that we could trigger something off of. Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because effectively you could have 8 buttons or more, so... Says you.
So
Okay.
Travis said, I use the LEDs to show the doors are locked. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's another great way, is to use the LEDs for status notifications. I like that of like, is my garage open? Is it trash night? And when you come back in, you press the button to say, okay, I took the trash out, and the green light turns off. Yeah. Tons of uses. We've got a ton of uses here at the shop for it. Really excited for this product.
Jesse had mentioned use event entities instead of the binary sensors.
I'll have to look into that. I don't know what that means, Jesse.
Okay.
Event entities. So we'll check it out. So, all right. On that, it is also extremely expandable.
Yes.
So we have been playing around with, let me plug this into the top of it. It has a handful of GPI, and I'm just using this one because the case isn't finished yet for it. So it plugs in just right on the top, and I'll pull it off at the end. You can see through some headers. This is an NFC reader now. So you can use NFC cards to read and write to them. So imagine if this was sitting on your desk. Not only do you have buttons or by your door, you can also touch key cards to them, little key fobs, things like that, to also trigger automations. So really excited to get this one out and to have such cool expansion on it. And then, let me pull them all over here. There are a handful that plug into the side of it. There's another plug on the side. So the NFC is going on top. There's plugs on the side to add on. This is a little screen. So you could have a little display. A rotary encoder. So this is a rotary encoder.
Yeah, can you get it?
Oh, wait, is this like ASMR?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going through.
Is it not? But you do the click.
I don't think it's going
Maybe
through.
it did.
But so it's a rotary, which is you can spin it and you can press it to also have different automations based on it. There is, what is this, a 10 by 10?
Yeah, I think it's 10 by 10. Yeah.
10 by 10 RGB LED matrix, really tiny. A mezzanine port if you want to add a CO2 sensor, or another button. So this is the holes for another button to be plugged in. So lots of different expansion options we've been playing around with. If there's anything we missed, let us know, because we would love to hear ideas for it. It's also a great fidget toy. I have to put it in a drawer because I'll sit here all day and be doing this. I do it at my desk all day while I'm working.
And
so, go ahead.
I posted the link for it. You can sign up to be notified when it's released. But you can, there's a quick overview page we have set up that kind of goes through the different functions and stuff.
Yeah, we were working. Jesse said, "Hey, I see e-ink on it." We were working on putting an e-ink sensor on top as well, or an e-ink display, because that would work great with battery power. So I don't have a prototype for that yet. We just got some e-ink displays in. They're quite costly, so I'm trying to figure out a good balance there. But yes, hopefully we'll be able to get e-ink on the top.
Keyboard one. Yeah, because I think Third Reality does have a pretty cool Matter keyboard.
Yeah, it's like a full keyboard.
Full keyboard,
Yeah. Let's see. What else do you have? Anything else? Those 3D printed low profile keycaps would be easy to put clear stickers on top. Yeah. These 3D printed ones, I don't know where I got them from and modified them a little bit to be a little bit flatter. But we'll definitely release the file for them.
And Jesse, I think, mentioned that he had some experience with clear keycaps as well.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, button showed everything, all the accessories. That one's.
Student Random said, "Can you stop having such good ideas? You're making me feel bad." They all come from you guys. They're all additions. Like the NFC add-on was a request from somebody at Home Assistant that we met at CES.
Just somebody.
And yes, that's when it kind of sparked like, oh, why don't we just add more add-ons to these? Like I said, this will be going out to some beta testers. I think we've got we only have like 4, because I'm not giving up one. I want one here. We're sending them out to beta testers hopefully this week to start playing with them, which usually means it's still a few months before it becomes a product because we like to give them a lot of time to figure out things. All right.
All right. So, I mean, you can roll right into
Brandon
pump
said
one,
what
right?
MCU? It's a ESP32C6 with 8 megabytes, not the 4.
The flash.
So
That's
we're getting
nice.
much bigger.
Yep. Twice the size of the C3 Mini we were using.
Yeah, so it's a C6. Jesse, I've been actually really wanting to try it out on the new Thread integration, or the new Thread through ESP Home.
Thread, yeah.
I've not yet, but this would be great for Thread, I think. Really excited to try it out. Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. As long as you have to have a thread, like a router, right?
Yeah.
Like
like an end device, which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End or edge?
I don't know.
Forget. All right. Yeah, pump one, I think, is...
Okay, so speaking of beta testing, this is already in beta testing. Let me see if it's still... Yeah, it's connected. I spilled some water on it a little bit earlier, and it was a little scary. It kind of looks a little Frankenstein because I've got both tubes going into the same bottle. But this is Pump 1. Pump 1 has been in beta testing for, I don't know, weeks. Working really good. Little firmware changes, but really excited about it. So what Pump 1 is, it's when we made our plant sensor. Our plant sensor is tells you when your plant needs watered. And my mom instantly told me, well, if you're going to tell me my plant needs watered, why don't you just water it for me? That was a great idea. Lots of people liked that. So this is the idea behind it. It's a 1 liter bottle, but you could always add your own bottles, your own tanks. It doesn't have to work with this. The actual pump housing pops off of it. It's a 1 liter bottle. It's a little peristaltic pump. It is food safe, so it never touches your liquids. It's just running it through the system. It's got a water level sensor on it, so it can detect when the bottle is out of water to notify you to then use your second Pump 1 to fill your first Pump 1. We recently added a second water level sensor, and I need to get like an extension cable figured out for this, because the idea for this is you would put, say the Pump 1 goes behind your Keurig, and you would put this sensor at your Keurig's water level in the tank. So you run your pump until this sensor triggers to say, hey, my Keurig is now full again, to turn itself off. It would also work for a fish tank. We told you guys last time when people were talking about the fish tanks, we tested the head, which is how high can it pump vertically. We couldn't find the limit yet.
Yeah.
We were at like 10 feet, our ceilings.
Still pumping.
10 feet, and it was coming out just as strong as it was at the ground. So I don't know what the limit is. We need to get more tubing and go outside on some ladders. But definitely would work for automatic top off for your fish tanks, for whatever else. Not something like large, like a pool or a hot tub. The pump won't run for that long, but smaller amounts would be definitely fine. I can flip it on. We can see the flow come out the side, hopefully. Hopefully you'll see the flow come out of there in the camera.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
You can see it. So it's got a very strong flow. It's not like a drip system. It's going to run for just 10 seconds because that's what the setting was for. Pairs great with the plant sensor or whatever else you would like to use a pump for. Great for emptying out your robot vacuum, filling up your robot vacuum. That's what I want to use it for. Dog water bowls, things like that. That would actually be great for Apollo as well. If there's any questions on it, let us know.
Plants are going to be so hydrated as soon as
Yeah, definitely excited to get it out. I think the beta testers are doing okay with it, and it is like there's a firmware, there's some pump safety stuff in there to say like the pump can't run for ever. It will turn itself off after 20 seconds or something like that as a safety measure. And we just got that firmware fixed today. All right.
Looks like our CMO's over in YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
He wanted to shout out. So hello to Seth.
Hey, Seth.
Chief Meme Officer. Had some good TikTok videos early on. Be sure to check those out.
I know. Needing them back.
I know. I got to get them back. I know. Get him back.
Hobby Boy's in Discord. Didn't see that.
Hey, there you go, Hobby Boy. He's not too far from us. All right, so that's leaves.
Oh, and First of 9. Hey, First.
I guess.
What else we got?
We got LED and M1, right? To kind of show off, talk about it a little bit more.
That's you then, yeah.
All right.
We didn't blur our background this time on purpose because the LED strip behind us is being controlled by our. And good thing it didn't turn off, so it's nice and stable.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's working.
It's controlled by our new product, which is the LED one.
Yep. Here.
It's a WLED product. It's very, very tiny. It's got USB power delivery in for 5 volts, 3 amps through that. It's also got a Wago input, which is you can just slide like wire into there to take in 5 volts, 12 volts, or 24 volts at 10 amps. So a huge amount of power. It's shocking when we hook this thing up and we're running 240 watts.
Yes,
of power through it. It's got 2 outputs, so you can have 2 different LED strips connected to it. Yeah, really excited about it. It's working really well. There's a replaceable fuse on the back if it blows it. Sorry, it can't show up on the camera very well. And what else about it? And a microphone.
Which is running right now.
Oh. So whenever we talk, it shoots it the other way. I guess is the effect.
That's that effect, yeah. Oh, that's a better effect.
It's a little stroby.
Yeah. Seizure warning.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So lots of fun with them. We've got a pretty dense strip plugged in. I think it's 24.
No, this is 5 volt.
Oh, it's a 5 volt
this
strip.
is 5 volt, 3 amp. Yeah, so you can see it's fairly bright. I don't even have it on max brightness. I think this is a 5 meter strip as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Is this in beta? Does anybody else besides Brandon have it?
I think Brandon's the only one that has it. Yep.
Yeah. So we were working on some stability on it, and with like the higher, essentially being able to sustain 240 watts through it for, as long as anybody can run it for. So we're working on that right now, and I think a little bit of firmware on it. It's going to run some WLED, if we didn't say before, for those who don't know what WLED is. It's a super easy to control through your phone, and it's got like tons of presets in there. Also connects straight into Home Assistant to be able to control it there. So really, really excited about this. It's really powerful for the size.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything out there that does up to 10 amps, right? So
yeah, no, I don't think 10 amps at this size. No.
So it's very small. And WLED, there's a huge community behind WLED, very similar to Home Assistant. And of course, there's an integration for Home Assistant.
A few people have it. He said Ben, Hobby Boy, Ben, Cyberdog, and maybe Keith. So yeah.
Oh, River's got a dog named Apollo too.
Ah,
that's cool.
There you go, River. Yeah, Apollo is my German Shepherd. It's what we named the company after. Our original logo was him, and now we've modified it a little bit. Still a dog though in the logo. Yeah,
we did send out a few Rev ones, so like Ben, I think Cyberdog, which I don't know where Cyberdog is. He's usually here, so
he wasn't here earlier.
Was he? Oh, and then maybe First of 9. We sent out a few.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we hit all the highlights on LED 1.
Okay.
And then I guess we can kind of run into Matrix 1 if you can hold that there, and then I'll bring this around. I've got on the Aurora setting, Aurora Borealis setting. It's pretty cool. All right. So here's the M1. We've been talking about this. It's a little controller on the back here running this Hub 75 64 by 64 pixel display. It's 4,096 pixels. The controller plugs into the back of the display, and you can see it's hidden from the front, which is awesome. And this is just 5 volt, 3 amp. I'm running off the laptop right now. The only other options out there actually stick out the side, and then you actually have to have separate power to the panel. So you have to have 2 different power sources. Our M1 board does the controlling and the powering. You can hook 4 of these up with one controller. You do have to have power for the other panels, especially when you get to 3 and 4 panels. Like I was saying, it has the USB-C, 5 volt 3 amp power. It also has a Wago input as well. So you can see here, Trevor's got one too, but this one's up here. So it has a Wago that'll do 5 volt and 3 amp. It also has a mic on it, so you can do the audio reactive functions. This is actually using the ESP32 S3, and it has 16 megs of flash and 8 gigs of PS RAM. So I think it's like the highest that we could find in this.
Yes, this is the actual controller that's running back behind it, if I can get to focus.
There you go.
So it's got Wago in if you wanted to power it off of something else, or just over USB-C power delivery. And it's got 2 connectors that both plug into the back of the Matrix to give it data and power. I think this one's been, quite a few people have it too as well, testing right now. Yeah,
there's a few. I think all the same beta testers. I've started sending these out. We have a couple, and I think Travis actually has one. He did a quick little video, like unboxing video on it. Then we have some more going out to some other YouTubers and stuff to display. But yeah, very cool. Like you can see, we have our original Apollo logo, and then we have our new Apollo logo. We have some wiki articles. Yes, it also runs WLED, so of course, we'll have our own firmware for it. But yeah, this runs like Brandon's saying, specifically the Moon modules, which is like their experimental version. But we're actually working with the WLED guys and the Moon modules guys to make sure that this is optimized and going to work very well. It does come with a cool little stand that's actually reversible. So just a 3D printed stand. Of course, this will be open source, but you can do like a 45-degree angle and a 90-degree angle, and it just plugs right into the back, which is nice. It just allows it to sit. Obviously, you can't see it now, but it'll just allow it to sit like that, which is very nice.
It's pretty easy to put the images on there, I think, right?
Yep. So there's a pixel art tool that you simply just download the image you want and you generate it. Yeah, we have actually a wiki article on it, and then you just send it straight to the device and you save it to the device. And you can set up slideshows. You can put GIFs on here as well, GIFs, however you say it. And so it's cool to have it like an animated display as well. You can do scrolling text, so you can have the date, time. You can segment the screen to make this a menu. People want to put solar power. I've seen even their medication list for like the day. Of course, like you guys know, with anything with Home Assistant or WLED, it's pretty unlimited what you can do.
Yeah, it doesn't flicker like it is in just the camera right now.
Yeah,
it has stuff to do like shutter speed, but it's pretty stable. So this one's been in beta. We were ready to launch it. We unfortunately we bought PCBs for it, and it's the same. So there's a level shifter on the back. It's the same part number, but just a different manufacturing lot that is having like a little stability issue on it, where there's a little bit of artifacting. It's driving us crazy because we got the boards here. We were going to launch it on Saturday, and then we started testing them and are having this problem with this specific lot that I can't get it to be corrected. So, not sure. Ordered the exact part off of Mouser. It's a Texas Instruments part, and still had like the blurriness. It's very slight, but it's not as crisp as our original ones.
Yeah.
Definitely not a fun hardware problem to solve right when you're about to launch it, but that's currently the holdup.
Yep.
We're waiting on that.
And I think we got a cool comment over in Christian again and YouTube saying it'd be cool to have your guest Wi-Fi code on it.
Yes.
And I think we've actually had some of our users do that in Discord.
I think Brandon has a wiki article for it.
Yeah, you may have a wiki. Yep. There you go. Yep. So we have a wiki article doing just that, which is pretty cool. And then again, you could have it as a slideshow.
Or you could have your button. Your button 1 has a little Wi-Fi symbol that you click, and then it shows the QR code for your guests.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
Yep. Let's see. Ben's just saying, he has one that works great. Weather alert, which is cool. It's been we made a post on Friday, 4th of July, and we had some pretty cool use cases for it because we were looking for a couple more people to send it to. But yeah, that's what we love seeing, is all the different use cases, stuff that we would never even think of. So that's...
What else we have? That's everybody in Discord.
I think that's
all of our products.
M1, I think it's...
We're closing out, just about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I think we have all of our normal beta, product feedback, like future product survey, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we'll say it again, our product survey, future product survey. It's a great place to let us know of things that you're interested in, that you can't find out there, that you want. We always look at that. It's not just something we say. We look at that thing all the time to determine what we're working on next. It's where plant, it's where temp, it's where I think the air. They all three came from that.
Yeah. So and then the beta tester. You can talk about the beta tester group that we have.
Yeah, and then in Discord, there's a few roles. There's there's a beta tester for beta firmware, I think it is. There's a feedback squad. That one we like a lot. If you don't want any notifications on our server, but you say, hey, if they have a question about product development, which we're frequently asking, you can get that feedback squad, and we will tag you when we have a question. So it could be, hey, on the buttons, do we want the taller keycaps or flat keycaps, like more minimal? And so we'll post something like that and tag the feedback squad to get some input from you guys. We're huge on the community development. We think that makes our products far, far better as an outcome. And I appreciate all the feedback.
A couple comments. River's asking about a weather station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So started to build partial of one for an industrial client. And so, and this is where a feedback squad comes into play and stuff. If we're going to build like a weather sensor, there's some cheap ones out there that are not the greatest. They have really bad rain sensing and stuff like that. The rain sensor that we got for this industrial client is really nice. It's expensive. It's like $30 for the rain sensor, but it actually uses like infrared to bounce off this like little dome to measure. So it's way more accurate, way better. And so I don't know, River, we started working on one. It's quite expensive, but I guess good weather stations are pretty expensive, the good ones out there.
Yeah.
Not sure about that. If you have ideas for things to add on to it, let us know. Ping us in suggestions or something like that on Discord.
Pseudo's also asking if we have a rough timeline on Pump 1 being available.
Yeah, so Pseudo, it's been to some beta testers. They're really happy with it. I just got the next version that has the top level sensor on it. That's looking great. And we already have pumps here ordered. Not ordered, we have pumps in the building. That's the only thing.
Bottles.
We have pumps and bottles here. We just need some more tubing. But
3D prints, that's it.
And 3D prints. I think it's really, really close. Like weeks, probably, hopefully. Yeah. We probably need a sign-up page. Do we have a sign-up page?
For Pump 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
I think we have a sign-up page.
I shared it. Yep, I shared it. And then, looks like Lyric's got to go. Thanks for coming by, buddy.
See ya.
Seeing ya.
If you want to sign up for the Pump 1, there's a product page for it. Hobby Boy said wired Ethernet WLED. Doesn't need PoE, wired for accessibility. Yeah, that's definitely something. Brandon's been pushing us more and more to WLED products. He's been telling us for a year almost to make them.
Yep.
And we're making our first ones now. They're really a lot of fun. It's so easy to use.
It's very
easy.
Yeah, so shout out again to their team, their developer teams over there. It's all open source. Of course, anything we do with WLED will be open source as well.
Yeah, so we've got Unguided Wanderer said PoE everything.
Yep.
We're working on them. Let's see. River, what 3D printer do you use? So we have a farm of bamboo A1s. We tried all the bamboo different models. The A1 by far is like the best price for performance. It has the same print quality as the more expensive ones for half the cost. And as long as you're only dealing with PLA or something like that, which is what we usually print in, it's fantastic. So we have a whole bunch of those running. Really, really like those. And then on Resin, we have the Elegoo Saturn 3. We use the Saturn 4. We have a couple Saturn 4s. They're much faster. They have great print quality, but the auto leveling build plate is not the greatest. So if you put a part, like our cases, when we print our cases, I don't have a case up here.
Yeah, no resin, but
when we print our cases, we print them on the build plate with resin. Otherwise, you have like tons of dimples from the support marks. And if you do that on a 4, because the build plate has springs for auto leveling, it compresses those layers, and you get very bad dimensional tolerance in the beginning of your prints. So we use it to print our lids, because all of our lids can have supports holding them. So there's supports for the first inch, say. It's not an inch, it's like 8 millimeters. The first 8 millimeters or so are supports, and then the lid starts. And they turn out fantastic. There's no dimensional problems with those because the dimensional accuracy is in the dimensional inaccuracy is in the support method. Otherwise, we use Saturn 3s for the parts that print straight on the build plate. So a mix of those two. Howie Boy said, time frame for resin printed cases on MTR and MSR. Justin's been pushing me to I have to redesign the case slightly. We're going to make the same back plate as like Temp and Plant and R1, where it has like a different snap fit than the existing one. That's the only thing that's stopping me, is doing that. Should be quick. Question on the ceiling mount, is it IC rated? So the
insulation contact.
Okay. No, because that's been asked if we could add like essentially like a housing around the back of it to block it. It would be hard to do, but it would not be rated for that.
It's
mounting,
just low voltage PoE, or 5 volt 3 amp. There's no mains power or anything. So
the actual mounts that go inside of it, those are like the best. I'm blanking on the terminology. They're fire rated for in-wall, in-ceiling use. Same with the gang box mounts. They're like a clear print. They're both fire rated.
We use, I think it's stressed about CAD software, and we currently use Fusion 360, Autodesk Fusion 360, but Trevor uses SolidWorks as well.
Yeah, I would use SolidWorks if it was cheaper.
Yeah.
They're too expensive. So we use Fusion. Fusion's a lot more supported by the community because it is cheaper. They have hobby versions. They have stuff like that.
There's one called...
there's OpenCAD, which is nice, and then there's
one that's Onshape, that's
which is
browser based, which is cool.
Yeah, both are nice. But yeah, currently using Fusion for them.
Oh, PoE the buttons. And
that's interesting.
Add some bulk, but maybe have like an add-on for it. Just go fiber, actually. Yeah, why aren't we doing fiber stuff yet? Yeah. So River, if you're looking for 3D modeling, Onshape is great. Fusion is great. If you want very basics, there's a thing called Tinkercad, which is like dragging blocks around in shapes. But yeah, there's lots of tutorials for Fusion. Trevor's joking. Power over fiber. It's coming. No.
What do we see, like a laser power system?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Oh yeah. There's stuff being powered from 3 to 5 miles away now. I think other things. So power over Wi-Fi. See, I think that's what Tesla wanted. Nikola Tesla.
Yeah. Pseudo, if we went fiber, Home Assistant might register before the button is clicked.
Yeah. Jesse
it just knows.
Yeah.
It knows.
Jesse would have to code that, but yeah, it would work.
Power over Wi-Fi? I wish.
Yeah.
I think everybody wishes.
Fiber to the button. Yeah. But yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything that we had on the agenda.
We're right on time.
All the roles, everything. So yeah,
Did we do a giveaway during this live
stream? We did. Oh, we did do a giveaway.
Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon did a giveaway, but I don't know. We always
We didn't
forget.
call it out at the beginning, I don't think.
Yes, but we do a giveaway pretty much every stream. I don't know if Brandon has the results of that. It was supposed to, I think, he made a new one that was supposed to automatically tell us who won.
What? First of 9?
Oh,
These ones are rigged.
first of all, I'll probably say I don't need anything. Give it to somebody else.
Has he won the most of them?
He's won like 4 or 5 of them. First of 9, if you want to, you can. We're gonna be sending you some.
I see he gets
cool
free stuff
Yeah, we're gonna be
anyway.
sending you some cool stuff anyway. Do you mind if we re-roll it?
Yeah. Let's see a reroll, Brandon.
Yeah.
First already knows he can have anything.
Yeah, I know. All right, we'll see. We'll get Brandon the second for that. But yeah, any questions? Yeah, send them over while we're still here. Oh, looks like Dad showed up. Thanks for watching, Dad. I haven't seen Jerry come by. I'm surprised. I did see Jerry. He said he was hoping to watch tonight, but he unfortunately had to miss it.
Watch
but,
after.
Yeah,
He
so
didn't get on us for eye contact. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jerry. We switched
But-
to our old camera. We'll fix it.
yeah, I hope you're doing well, Jerry. Appreciate all the help. Stay safe out there.
All right, who is it? Brandon the Suspense.
Yeah. All right. Oh, successfully rolled a new winner.
Keith.
Drum roll.
SDK?
SDK. Perfect.
There you go,
I think
somebody
that's
new.
the first time. Perfect. So yeah, SDK, reach out to Brandon or,
I don't know if
or
they're on
one
still,
of us.
but
We'll tag them. Say,
yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Somebody new getting one.
thanks, First of 9, for giving that up. Because you got stuff coming anyway here soon. So
All right, so to recap, Pump 1 should be out very, very soon. If you need to water something, fill up something. We're working on WLAD and the Matrix, trying to get those fixed up. Button is going out to beta testers very soon. Just a few. I've got to order some more boards. What else?
that's cool. Look what Jesse did.
Ooh, Jesse, that's
Button.
pretty cool.
Yeah, did he
That's
just
like,
code that up? Like,
I don't
how's-
know.
That guy.
Geniuses.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what we got. You can always find us in Discord. Feel free to chat with us. Brandon's in there all the time. Always answering questions and chatting. It's harder to get a hold of Justin and I more and more now, unfortunately.
We're still
but
here,
we're
though.
Still here.
There's still respond.
still
There's
here.
still some things that we jump
Yep.
in on, but
Yep, and so we do this every month. We'll be here again the first Monday of every month. Yeah. Anything else?
yeah, just excited for LANWAR. If anybody's going to be there, just excited to meet you guys in person, and then getting really excited for IFA in Berlin. That'd
We had
be
two
really
first
cool.
timers, Unguided Wanderer and River. Yeah, well, glad you guys had fun. We try to keep them light and, as much back and forth as we can with the community.
Jesse's saying, of course, he's in New Zealand, Southern Hemisphere. It's tomorrow, actually, there.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday, so. All right.
All right. Well, thanks,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Be
We'll
safe
see you
out
guys.
there.